tip question from Shirley T actually. She's having trouble getting focused and organized, and she'd like to know what she can do in order to do so. All right, you know I love these type of questions. I love the questions around goals. I love the questions around, now that I have my goals defined, how can I really get focused on executing them? And what I would suggest, and if you don't receive our weekly blast called Leader Tips, feel free to go to balloffireconsulting.com and sign up for it. There's a great set of articles that have been coming out, and it provides you tools and templates and all that kind of good stuff. But in this particular case, also go to Facebook, our Shedding the Bitch page. You will find Shirley's question on there. Go back to last Friday, I believe it was. And there's also a template that you can be using in order to get kind of yourself organized and focused on what it is you're trying to achieve. So let me walk through what that template helps you with as well. So first off, if you've defined your goals and say they're for the year, and then you've taken those goals, broken them down to potentially a month, and that's what I would recommend. Take that goal, break it down to a week, and now all you need to do is focus on, for instance, this particular week. And then you take that goal and you break it down today. What are all the tasks and activities I actually need to achieve need to execute on just to achieve that particular goal or goals for this particular week? So you have your list. Now there could be one thing on there, or there could be 100 things on there. And I would suggest that each and every morning, if you really want to be productive, each and every morning you look at that list, you pick 3 of them that will have the biggest impact on you achieving that weekly goal. Because of course, if you achieve that weekly goal, it will support you achieving either your ongoing monthly goal or your yearly goal. Because all of these are tied to those yearly goals that you originally defined. And you can go to sheddingthebitch.com for a lot of details and templates and resources around how to set your SMART goals. However, so we have this laundry list. You're going to pick 3. Now, some really good time management tips that have worked very effectively for me and many, many, many clients, friends, and peers that I've shared this with. My routine is this. I get up in the morning, of course, I eat breakfast, I make sure I get a nice walk in, I clear my head of kind of all chatter that might be going on in my head. I also come back and I clear off my desk. And I make sure that any distractions from what it is I need to work on this particular day is removed. And I might even need to turn off my phone, turn off email, turn off Facebook, anything that, again, might distract me from really focusing on whatever it is that I need to work on. Now, many people have to work on, Facebook and Twitter because they're working on their social media goal, and that's fine. But if something doesn't pertain to the task at hand, remove it from anywhere around you so you're not distracted. All right. Now, so you have a clear workspace, you've shut down all the distractions, maybe you have some music going, and you have your 3 items. Now, I only want you to focus on that one item. I want you to take off the number 1 item off that list of 3, and only 3. Now, why only 3? Many people get overwhelmed and give up very quickly because they have this laundry list or honey-do list, whatever you want to call it, of say 5, 10, 20. One of my clients literally had pages of a legal pad filled. And he wondered why he would always get overwhelmed and just kind of bail on his goals. And so what I suggested to him to do is get it down to where every day he's just simply looking at 3. Because isn't it nice if you can focus on one of those 3 and get that one done, and you've achieved 33% of your goals, as opposed to have this laundry list that's overwhelming you of maybe, let's say even 5 or 10, and you're getting a much lower percentage of your overall to-do list completed. Which one is going to motivate, energize, and give you more confidence? Getting 33% of your list done, or getting a much smaller percentage? So I tend to highly recommend and advocate pull 3 off that list and then focus on the one that has the greatest impact to you achieving your goal. Now, some people will talk about do the one that only takes 5 minutes first. And then you can focus on the one that might take a lot more. You know, I tend to always look at an ROI, a return on investment of my time. And if, for instance, I can get that first one done because I tend to procrastinate on the big ones, get overwhelmed by the big ones, get distracted with the big ones, and therefore I need to tackle that one head on as hard as I can for as long as I can until it's done. Then I can work on the 5. It's almost like a present that I can work on something that's as simple as that would take me 5 minutes. So it really is all around how you like to work and how you are the most effective in operating against what it is that you have to do in a given day. So you decide that. But what I would recommend is take your goals, get them down to 3 per day of tasks that you need to do to achieve those goals. Look at the first one, pick that one with the biggest impact, and then remove all those distractions and keep them away until you've 100% completed that task. Because again, so many people will get kind of squirrel syndrome, you know, and they just chase one distraction after another, and then all of a sudden, even that simple 5-minute one took an hour and never should have. So you really just want to kind of get heads down. Now, if you have a kind of a challenge, and on occasion I do myself, if you have a challenge in staying focused, then find a source that will allow you to get back on track. And what I mean by that is whether that is, you know, kind of sitting back and breathing or closing your eyes, taking a walk, calling a friend. I tend to call my coach, or I'll email her and just say, you know, I'm a bit off course, I'm a bit distracted, you know, and she just brings me right back around. You know, many of you know I talk about Joan Curtis of Total Communications Coach a lot. And so she'll bring me back around. But so does my sister, so does a walk in the park with Charlie. Whatever your source of rejuvenation is, do it. Don't fight through being stuck. Don't fight through being frustrated or distracted. Just simply undistract yourself and get yourself regrouped. All right? So Shirley, I hope that answered your question around how to get focused and organized around what it is that you need to do. And again, go to Facebook. Look for Shirley T's question, post to me on Shedding the Bitch Facebook page, and you'll find a template there that I provided that you can use as kind of a daily structure for you to take, you know, your goals, break them into 3, and work your way through those throughout the week. All right.